Welcome back to Misadventures Recap, and today we have something a little different for you. Don't worry, we're still hard at work keeping up to date with the weekly recaps, but we thought it would be cool to have a proper look at the 2 dungeons available on the server so far. We're going to cover the mobs, the secrets, the loot, and the lore, but before we do, make sure you subscribe right now to stay up to date on everything Minecraft Misadventures. Let's crack on.
Starting with the Meriport Sewers made by Lizzie. Beneath the streets of Meriport, awful mirror guards the entrance of our first dungeon. A poison-filled sewer system infested with slimes and rats. First, let's look at the dungeon mobs. There aren't many mobs in this dungeon, however, we have the slimes, basic hostile mobs that spawn on top of you as you progress through the dungeon. These guys don't pack the hardest punch but can be deadly when you're already on low health due to the poison. The sewer rats. Passive mobs that hide away in secret rooms. Just make sure not to kill them if you want to collect the mounts. The rat faction will not be pleased.
And I did find out very sadly after the fact, after I killed almost 40 rats here, that killing the rats loses reputation with said rats.
As we've seen, a lot of our misadventurers have spent a lot of time in the sewers trying to get themselves the rat mounts. So let's take a look at the 3 vendors that will sell them to you, providing you have enough reputation with the rat faction. We have Slink, a brown rat who is found in some kind of storage room. Slink will sell the brown rat mount for 1,000 gold. Then we have Smudge, a white rat who is found in somewhat of a maintenance room. Smudge will sell the white rat mount also for 1,000 gold. And finally we have Champ, a grey rat who hides out in a secret cave. Champ sells the grey rat mount for, you guessed it, 1,000 gold, and is arguably the hardest rat vendor to find in the sewers. Alongside Champ in this secret cave, we have Muckshell, a turtle vendor who sells a turtle duck trading card, since renamed to the Ace of Turtles for 500 gold. And assuming there are more, I'm very excited to see where the rest will be hidden.
Onto the puzzles and traps. The sewer's main puzzle is to find and pull 3 hidden levers. These unlock the 3 locked loot chests at the end of the dungeon, rewarding players with iron gear, enchanted books, potions, and sometimes a rare backpack. But hidden amongst these levers is a trap lever you've got to look out for, and we've seen many people fall for this already.
I also found this lever here, which,
Do you see any more levers around here? Oh! Oh, I see you. Okay.
Oh! No, be careful! No! Oh,
Did you pull the lever?
Lost another one.
Oh, no.
Moving on to the Lost Crypt, made by Sausage, and this is where things get a lot more interesting. The dungeon is located on the outskirts of Orchidia, and is a lot bigger and scarier than the Meriport Sewers. We got a behind the scenes look at how this dungeon was made in Sausage's first Misadventures episode, with a sneak peek at some lore references, but we'll get into those in a minute.
As for the mobs, we have the skeletons, regular Minecraft mobs that we're all used to. These guys spawn pretty much everywhere you go. The spiders, also the regular Minecraft kind, but thankfully they only spawn in one of the rooms. The warrior, a skeleton with leather warrior armor, which sometimes drops when you kill him. The warrior's companion, which has an incredibly rare chance to drop the skeleton wolf mount. We then also have 4 types of enhanced skeletons. We have the gold skeleton that drops gold, the redstone skeleton that drops redstone, the wheat skeleton that drops wheat, and then the amethyst skeleton, which I hope you're sitting down because it drops amethyst. All of these are summoned via their respective sacrifices in the sacrifice room. We also have a couple of bosses. We have the Pirate King, who we saw Avid cross paths with back in week 1. It appeared way too powerful and one-shot players. We then also have the Sheep Queen, who we saw for just a second, but long enough to see the army of undead sheep that spawned with it. Both of these bosses were removed on day 1 due to bugs, and we're not sure if they're going to be able to come back or not, but we really hope they do, as long as, players aren't getting one-shot.
Now onto the puzzles and traps. There are multiple bonus puzzles to complete in the Lost Crypt, as well as trap rooms which, if navigated correctly, reward you with even more loot. Starting with the spider trap room. As you enter this room, gates automatically close off the only escape routes as spiders drop from the ceiling. We've seen groups get separated by this trap, sometimes even on purpose.
Lizzie! Lizzie! Help!
I can't help you! I can't help you,
Lizzie!
Joey!
Lizzie, there's so many!
You have to kill them! You have to kill them, Joey!
In this room, there are a couple chests with extra loot inside, but you can only escape after killing all the spiders. The next trap room is the gold room, guarded by the warrior and his companion. This room is opened by shooting either the grindstone or the chain holding the netherite block. The gate is raised and the players are rewarded with coin piles and a chest, but they've got to move fast as the gate doesn't stay open for long. Trapped players will have to ask their dungeon buddy nicely to free them, but for the solo dungeon runners, their only escape is a slow and embarrassing death by Sweetberry Bush. The Dragon Puzzle Room is where we are able to unlock one of the 2 bonus loot chests at the end of this dungeon. Many players notice the candles surrounding the Dragon Tomb, but since they're locked to adventure mode, weren't able to light them. However, if you shoot one of the decorative pots, a special flint and steel will drop, allowing you to light the candles. After which, a message appears on the screen confirming the puzzle has been solved. Next, we have the parkour room. For the more mechanically challenged players, there is an alternative route to progress beyond this room, but if you want to solve the puzzle, you're going to have to learn some parkour. Hidden in this giant chamber are 5 mossy stone player heads. Activating all 5 rewards players with the second lock bonus chest at the end. Moving on to the sacrifice room. We have a statue in the middle surrounded by 4 sacrifice altars: gold, redstone, wheat, and amethyst. If you deposit the respective items into their altars, a wave of enhanced skeletons will spawn. Killing these skeletons drops a ton of their materials, which makes it an efficient way of farming these items. However, only one of these sacrifices can be made per dungeon run. We have 1 sacrifice room left. Tucked away near the exit is what looks like some kind of jail cell with 3 pots inside, and an altar requesting a diamond block to be sacrificed. If the players are curious enough, they can deposit the diamond block which opens the gate, allowing them to break the pots and be rewarded with a shulker box. The final atrium was previously a boss room, fighting either the Pirate King or the Sheep Queen, but these bosses were removed on day 1 due to being too strong or just being bugged in general. Instead, the players must find a hidden lever in one of the tombs, randomly chosen every dungeon run. During the process of making this video, a new tomb has been added to the start of the crypt, the Oracle. This room contains a clue that will help players know in which tomb the lever has spawned. Once the lever's been flipped, the final loot room will be unlocked, including the 2 bonus chests they unlocked via puzzles earlier. The loot mostly consists of more iron gear, enchanted books, and diamonds.
Now on to the fun stuff. Lore. Almost every named tomb in this dungeon has some kind of reference to previous Minecraft SMPs the Misadventurers have played on before. We'll run through them all now, but if you have any theories for names we might have missed, or think we got any of them wrong, please let us know in the comments below. We have the Old Sheriff being Martin from Empire Season 2, the Red King being Ren from Third Life, the Beloved Dragon of the Crystal Cliffs referencing Gems Season 1 of Empires, the whole Sacrifice Room being dedicated to the Wither Rose Alliance, also from Empire Season 1. That's Sausage, the King, Fwhip, the Tinkerer, Pearl, the Goddess, and Gem, the Wizard. Moving on to the final atrium, we have more Empire Season 1 references. Catherine, the Sheep Queen, Jimmy, the Codfish Boy, Pix, the King of Copper, Lizzie, the Queen of the Ocean, Joel, the Mazalian King, Scott, the Elvish Emperor, and Joey, ruler of the Lost Empire. And finally, we have the rest of the tombs being Empire Season 2 references, such as Pix, the Archaeologist, Sausage, the Protector, Joel, the God of Thunder, Gem, the Dawn Princess, Ollie, the Bard, Lizzie, the Mayor of Animalia, Fwhip, the Goblin, Shubble, the Witch of Evermore, Joey, the Pirate King. That one's quite interesting, don't you think? And last but not least, Jimmy, the Sheriff. If you enjoyed this type of video and want to see more deep dives into specific parts of the server, please leave a comment as we read every single one. Don't forget to check out Sausage's first episode for a more behind the scenes detailed look at how the Lost Crypt was made. And also keep in mind that these are just the first 2 dungeons that were made before the series began. The players are currently in the process of designing and building their own dungeons, which I'm sure will include so many more puzzles, secrets, traps, collectibles, and their own lore.